Alright, what's up everyone? Your pal Deathshot here, and today we're honoring those who passed away on 9/11. Here in just a couple moments will actually be when the first tower was hit, and in honor of 9/11 I'm driving the American, what is this thing here? I don't remember what it's called, but it's a monster truck, of course, with an American flag on it. That's patriotic, right? Alright, but yeah, sad day, but we can make the most of it, right? It's a Monday, everyone's in school. I almost feel bad for them, but they'll be having their moment of silence, of course. Alright. I always like the sewers down here, it's so nice and peaceful. I should probably actually get out of this area. I want to go cruise around. Ooh, there's a good spot. Ooh, never mind, that's a terrible spot. I drive like an American, I swear. And of course, as I mentioned in Facebook posts, etc., I will be playing music most of the time. I will not be speaking on behalf of the fact that I would rather honor my country rather than talk about nonsense in GTA. And let's see here. It is just about time. I wonder if I can squeeze through this hole. I can. Oop. Well. Shit. Fuck. Hits. Shit. Get through the hole, get through the hole, get through the hole. Come on, I'm almost there. Get out of the way. Come on, man. I don't want to kill you. You ducked. Alright. Alright, guys. At this moment, 16 years ago on September 11th, 2001. Do you mind? At this time, the first World Trade Center was hit by Boeing. Which one was that? Yeah, it was the Airlines Flight 11 out of Boston. And of course, it hit the North Tower. In honor of those who have fallen, I'm going to play the Star-Spangled Banner. I hope you all enjoy this.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Probably one of the few songs I will ever get tired of. I mean, it's the Star-Spangled Banner. You can't hate the Star-Spangled Banner. It's just one of those songs. It's our country. You can't hate our country. You can hate its leaders, you can hate its policies, you can hate its laws, but our country is one of the best there is out there. And, you Well, you might all say, hey, yeah, Trump won the election. I want to move away. Yada, yada, yada. But overall, is it really so bad? Yes, our current administration is not the best, but it could be worse. We could be living with dictators and all that nonsense. At least here we have the power to stop the idiots who try to come into our legal offices and screw up our policies. You know, it could be much worse. But hey, don't ask me. I mean, it's just, it's an unpopular opinion, but it's how the world works. I don't even know what I'm doing here at the airport, honestly. I should do what else to do here. I know I have lots of music lined up, of course. I will probably go cruise down the highway, actually. Alright, guys. I'm gonna pull over for a second. I'm gonna put the music on. I hope you all enjoy the playlist I've set up for you. Give me just a moment and it'll be going.
Granddaddy came home in a B-52. Pine box covered in red, white, and blue. He was one of the brave and the proud and the few. 21 guns helped us say goodbye. I stood there in silence, trying hard not to cry. As the preacher he quoted lines written in red, and then he folded his Bible and in a broken voice he said, "There's only two people who's ever died for me, laid down their lives just so I could be free. They both went through hell, bared crosses and shells. They both got back up again after they fell. They never picked the fight, but they're there to pick up the pieces. God only knows where we'd be without soldiers and Jesus. It seems like the news loves to run 'em both down. Whenever we need 'em, they're always around. So don't hand me a party's political views. 'Cause there's a left side, a right side, and then there's the truth. There's only two
soldiers and honoring those who have fallen. And 9/11 too. There was one of those songs. I believe that was it actually. It talked about 9/11 right there at the start of the song. And you know, regardless of overall opinion, I think he's a terrific guy. And I couldn't imagine a better country singer to support our country right now than him, especially with the hard days that followed September 11th, and especially right now with all the hurricanes and destruction we're having. And of course, I pray for Houston, and I pray that those in Florida don't get affected too badly by Hurricane Irma. And I pray that they'll all stay safe, have somewhere to stay and something to eat. And I pray, of course, that all of you will have the same fortune to not have as bad luck. And I hope you all have a lovely September 11th.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Of thee I sing, land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside let freedom ring. My native country thee, land of the noble free, thy name I love. I love thy rocks and rills, thy woods and template hills. My heart with rapture thrills like that above. Let music swell the breeze and ring from all the trees, sweet freedom song. Let mortal tongues awake, let all that breathe partake, let rocks their silence break, the sound hold on. Our fathers, God, to thee, author of liberty, to thee we sing. Long may our land be bright with freedom's holy light. Protect us by thy might, great God, our King.
So I know y'all might not appreciate some of the music that I play, and of course I understand all that. And some of you, you're here more for the GTA than the than the music, but I'm taking this time to honor 9/11, and I'll put out regular GTA content in the future, of course. But this is a day to remember. This is a day to honor, and I would much rather do that than be violent on this day. Violence, there's too much of it. It's become a very big part of our culture, especially after 9/11. All the shooters, or, well, shooter games is what I mean by shooters. All of it has become increasingly obnoxious over the past decade and a half. And the evidence is right in front of us, with all of these crazy games like Destiny and all the new Call of Duties. And while all that's nice and good and games are fun, at the same time, our kids are paying less attention to what matters, and they're not seeing the subtext to these games. They just think, oh, hey, it's a game, yada, yada, yada. Well, sometimes it is more than just a game. It's more than that. They're telling a story about things that can or will or maybe already have happened, I mean, the characters might be fictional, but the stories are still the same. The message is still clear. And a lot of people miss that with games these days. And one of the things I do appreciate is that with EA, they took the time to make Battlefield 1, which was based off of World War One. And with that, I realized, there was a lot of, ways to kill people. There always has been and there always will be. And as technology advances, I kind of fear for our country and the world, actually, because it's a little scary to see, what people can do just with a couple weapons. Heck, you can take a pistol, you can go kill 8 people, 9 people with just one clip. You can torch a house in seconds with a can of aerosol and a lighter, and it's amazing that tighter restrictions haven't been placed on these sorts of things. It's legal in some states to own a flamethrower as long as you have a proper permit. And if that doesn't scare people, I don't know what will. It's like, people do not need to own flamethrowers for any reason. It doesn't matter what your ideas may be. I mean, you do not need a flamethrower. You just don't. And it's kind of scary that people can have one, could want one. And I know, I get the whole, oh yes, no automatic weapons, yada yada yada. But there are, exceptions to that. Like, the airsoft rifles, everyone complains about those. And it's like, the airsoft rifles, they just shoot little lead pellets. Like, they don't kill anything, they're not designed to kill. When people go play with those, they're wearing body armor, and that's incredibly, incredibly fine. They're doing it for fun, maybe they can't actually go into armed forces. And I actually have a buddy of mine who, his whole family, 4 generations, had been in armed forces and served in some way. And he couldn't go in because he ended up having type 1 diabetes because both his parents were carriers. So he couldn't go into armed forces. So instead he started getting more into airsoft, more into, the pellet guns and all that. And I completely respect that because, that's something he wanted to do his whole life. He was bent on doing it. He had so many tactics and guns and all this memorized. And then he couldn't use the information he worked so hard to build up in his brain, and it was almost shameful to watch it all go to waste just because the military can't afford to have someone like that. I mean, it's a very understandable concern, not letting a diabetic in because they have to keep their pen on them and all of that. And they could have complications in the field. But, I mean, realistically, it seemed unnecessary. Because, he just had to carry this little pendant with him and a couple little tubes. And he was set for 2 days worth of eating. And really, I can't imagine why he would need to eat while he's out there in combat. I mean, maybe when you stop for a break, sure, but the pen and the insulin that goes in it, I mean, it takes up a tiny little pouch that he would shove in this big. He had a military grade bag just because he was that devoted to his family's ties to the military. But, you know, there's only so much you can do in this world, and he might not have had the best situation, of course, but he certainly made the best of it. And you know, I hope others can think that way too. I know a lot of people, they struggle because they spend too much time thinking about the bad things that have happened, the things that could happen. But overall, just people should just live their lives to the fullest. They shouldn't worry about, oh no, I have to do a speech. Oh no, I have this big assignment for school. I mean, yes, worry, but don't let the fear overtake your life, because I mean, if you let that happen, things are only going to get worse than they ever could be, and that's matter of fact. Things can be better, things can be worse, and overall, I'd like to think that most of us have it better than a lot of people, and we're so used to it, we're so desensitized to it that we don't realize it anymore, and it's almost sad. But I guess that's how things go, you know. And I apologize for the rant, but you know, things just have to be said. And oh, mechanic's taking my money. But, you know, these things have to be said at some point. I'm probably not the best person to be saying them, but I can speak from the heart about a lot of these things. I lost a cousin 9/11. I've been through depression. I've
to Minnesota, to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
So, like usual, guys, I'm... what was I gonna say? I'm your typical person. I don't always do the most smart things, but I'd like to think that even though I'm just some crazy 19-year-old, that I have my own sense of patriotism, and, it might not be the most efficient, it might not be the best, but I believe I live in a good country, and I'll stick by that belief. Overall, I believe that our country has done a lot of good things. Maybe some weren't as good, but... Oh dear God. I'm falling. Thank you, tree. Alright. Anyway. But yeah, our country hasn't been the best, our country hasn't been the worst, but on a list of the top 10 for what happens with the people, the citizens, I'd say we're in the top 3. There might be, a couple before us, a couple after us. I'd say at least top 5, Our people, we can go where anything, we can say just about anything, we can do just about anything, as long as we're willing to pay the consequences. Overall, our people are very, I wouldn't say entitled, but we have a lot of privilege, and I think a lot of people confuse the two. Overall, oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's just, I think a lot of people are like, oh yes, it's not a privilege, it's a right, yada yada yada. No, your rights are privileges. Our other people, the founding fathers, all those who took the time to create the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence even, all of what we did was a privilege, and I think people really need to see that more. I might, I think most people might think I sound like a crazy adult when I'm saying these things, but I'm just like you guys. I'm 19 years old. I still live with my parents, and I've come to these conclusions and opinions on my own. hell, I disagree with my parents on most things. And, you know, just overall, I think that, you know, people just, they don't think about these things anymore. They don't care about these things. Most people can't even point out Korea on a map, and it's actually, like, farther, east of China, and most people wouldn't even know that. They would think it's closer to the Middle East. Oh, well, there goes that man. But, you know, it's just, ignorance is bliss, but at the same time, it's a burden. I think a lot of people don't really care anymore, and it's almost sad, because shouldn't you want to know who we're fighting? Shouldn't you want to know why we're fighting? Shouldn't you want the truth? Shouldn't you want the answers? Most people, they don't care. Most people would rather just sit at home and be like, yeah, screw Korea. I mean, really? Were we so different? Our country, back when, after we made our hydrogen bombs and nuclear bombs, you know, we were always all pompous and big-headed, and we have these weapons, we can do what we want. But heaven forbid another country does it, you know, and suddenly everyone goes nuts. But I don't think people realize that, you know, we were the same way not 40, 50, 60 years ago. Overall, America's always been like that, like, ever since the early 1900s. I would say, like, you know, maybe not during the Great Depression, but certainly after World War II, our country has just flourished with all sorts of culture and the economy. And yes, there was the stock market crash and the housing crisis, but things could be a whole lot worse, and I don't think people realize that. And I probably sound like a political nut here, but it's a matter of fact, and a lot of people ignore those facts. I wish more people realize this, honestly. Although at the same time, I probably had way too much time to myself to think, ooh, hey, that's perfect. It says Marines on it. Alright, I'm going to put some more music on for you guys. I hope you continue to have a lovely September 11th.
That September day, were you in the yard with your wife and children, or working on some stage in LA? Did you stand there in shock at the sight of that black smoke rising against that blue sky? Did you shout out in anger and fear for your neighbor, or did you just sit down and cry? Did you weep for the children who lost their dear loved ones? Pray for the ones who don't know. Did you rejoice for the people who walked from the rubble, sob for the ones left below? Did you burst out with pride for the red, white, and blue, and the heroes who died just doing what they do? Did you look up to heaven for some kind of answer, and look at yourself and what really matters? I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us, and the greatest is love. Where were you when the world stopped turning that September down some cold interstate? Did you feel guilty cause you're a survivor? In a crowded room, did you feel alone? Did you call up your mother and tell her you loved her? Did you dust off that Bible at home? Did you open your eyes, hope it never happened? Close your eyes and not go to sleep. Did you notice the sunset, first time in ages? Speak to some stranger on the street. Did you lay down at night, think of tomorrow, go out and buy you a gun? Did you turn off that violent old movie you're watching and turn on I Love Lucy reruns? Did you go to a church and hold hands with some strangers, stand in line and give your own blood? Did you just stay home and cling tight to your family? Thank God you had somebody to love. I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us, and the greatest is love. I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us, and the greatest is love. And the greatest is love. And the greatest is love. Where were you when the world stopped turning on that September day? This land is your land, and this land is my land. California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest, Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I went a-walking that ribbon of highway, and I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, and I followed my footsteps, sparkling sands of her diamond deserts. All around me, His voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. There was a big high wall there that tried to stop me. Sign was painted and private property. On the backside, it didn't say nothing. This land was made for you and me. When the sun comes shining and I was strolling, the wheat
fields waving, as the clouds rolling, voice was chanting, and smoke was lifting. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. California, New York Island, Redwood Forest, the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Well, if you ask me where I come from, here's what I tell everyone. I was born by God's dear grace in an extraordinary place where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. It's a big old land with countless dreams, and happiness ain't out of reach. Hard work pays off the way it should. Yeah, I've seen enough to know that we've got it good. Where the stars and the stripes and the eagle fly. There's a lady that stands in a harbor for what we believe. And there's a bell that still echoes the price that it costs to be free. I pledge allegiance to this flag. And if that bothers you, well, that's too bad. But if you got pride and you're proud you do, hey, we could use some more like me and you. Where the stars and the stripes and the eagle fly. Yes, there's a lady that stands in a harbor for what we believe. And there's a bell that still echoes the price that it costs to be free. No, it ain't the only place on earth, but it's the only place that I prefer to love my wife and raise my kids, hey, the same way that my daddy did. With the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. Where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly.
So just a quick little note for you guys here. Approximately 10 minutes ago at 9:43 a.m. on September 11th, 2001 is when American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon and took more lives, of course. And I would like to take a moment of silence for them and to pray for their families and their continued friends that still work hard at the Pentagon and in our other political and military services. Thank you. Alright. Now, I know I'm not the most interesting person for streaming, but, you know, I guess I'll try some tricks and stuff. This little bush plane doesn't do much. So I'll fly through some bridges and that, and, you know, let me know what you guys think, of course, in the comments and that. And I'm gonna put on some more music for you folks.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Granddad came home in a pine box covered in red, white, was one of the brave and the proud and the few.
I'm okay.
21
Hey.
guns helped
okay.
us say goodbye.
Don't hit me.
I stood there in
I'm a good person, I
silence,
swear.
trying
I
hard
just
not to
cried.
cry, as the preacher he quoted lines written in red, and he folded his Bible and in a broken voice he said,
I apologize for pausing the music, guys, but I'd like to take this moment to notify you all that on this day and at this time, American Airlines, let's see here, not American Airlines, well, yeah, the one, let's see here, which one was it? South Tower. So it was the American Airlines Flight 175, and at this time is when the South Tower of the World Trade Center fell. And once again, I'd like to take a moment here for everyone to just sit here and think about what happened and honor them with a moment of silence. So I'm going to park this, give you guys one moment of silence. Alright, thank you guys very much. And let's see here. There'll be another one in about 5 minutes, and then 20 minutes from that. Alrighty, guys. I have a friend around here somewhere. I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, you know, I picked this up. If I have it, no one else can use it for attacking people. So, yeah, might as well. It's a helicopter. People like helicopters, yeah? Which one is this? This is the... Alright, I can't find out because there's a stupid event going on. How good it's end. I don't care about the leaderboard. I want to know what kind of helicopter I am. And I don't think it's the Buzzard. I think it's the other one. You know this, partner? I'll hop up and down. Alright, where you want to go? Queen Elsa Odd has died. It's a pity. You folks will give me just a moment. I'll put the music back on. And once again, I thank you all for your support in watching this. And I know it's not the best of times to be celebratory, but I still have to thank my viewers, and hopefully maybe someone will follow me on Twitch. It'd be nice, it'd be appreciated. And also be sure to check out the YouTube channel. Of course, it's Shot Bros Gaming. That's why there's a YT on the Twitch. I would put more out there, but I don't know how to word it, but I'm not sure what people want to watch at this point, you know? I've put out GTA, I've put out Battlefield, I've put out some Minecraft here and there, and it doesn't seem like I'm picking up on views as quickly as some other people are, and I need suggestions. I want to know what people want to watch, you know? So, you guys gotta talk to me, you gotta let me know. Tell me what's going on. Heck, with Minecraft, I've been looking to get requests for building certain things, and nobody's really responded to that either, so I need ideas, I need suggestions, guys. Oh no, another buzzard spawned. Oh, did you get it? Alright, dude, you can get your own helicopter. Come on. Shoo. Shoo. I gotta play more music some more. No. Could've waited for me to land, dumbass. Ah, that's my monster truck, sir. You're not gonna be able to drive that. Come on, go for a ride, though. It can be arranged. What? Why can you drive my monster truck, motherfucker? I've been severely disappointed in life. Alright guys, and with that song brings us to the end of the day here. At this time on September 1st, 2001, the World Trade Center's North Tower collapsed. And with that... Oh, Jesus Christ, Tub. That's my friend there, that's why I was trying to shoot him down for a while. But yeah, you know, at this point in time, the attacks were over and the collapses had happened. So I want everyone to take a moment to think about that, and another moment of silence, of course. Where's the plane? Probably should have done that on the way down. Jesus Christ, Tub! This is not something I should be doing in a live stream. Oh, well. Alright. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see